In this video, we will talk about the 5 toxic traits you must avoid at all cost. And I'm talking about people you must avoid in intimate relationships, in business relationships, tropa, communities, kaibigan. Ito yung mga taong dapat mong iwasan, especially if you want to be happy, if you want a meaningful life, if you want to move forward, and most especially, if you want to become successful. So if that's you, watch the whole video. So it's either you want to be successful, you want to be happy, you want to achieve your goals and dreams, or you are on the other side at kabilang ka pala dito sa 5 taong dapat iwasan. At tandaan mo, hindi pa huli ang lahat. Pwede ka pa magbago. And I strongly recommend that you watch the whole video because at the end of this, I will share with you an extremely powerful tool you can use to actually avoid what we will talk about in this video. A very powerful idea na ginamit ko, kaya nakarating ako kung nasan ako ngayon. So if you are new to my channel, my name is MJ Lopez and I've been doing business for more than 18 years, transforming the lives of people in the process. So I'm mentoring and coaching people from zero to becoming multi-millionaires. And I also have the privilege to be coaching and working with billionaires who wants a well-rounded will of life. So I'm speaking from my own personal experience. Before I became one of the highest paid mentor in the Philippines, before I became a multi-millionaire, sobrang daming pinagdaanan, sobrang daming hirap, ang dami ring taong nakilala at na-meet. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon, yung mga taong napansin ko, nakita ko, na nakakasira sa success ng ibang tao. Dahilan bakit naho-hold back yung success ng maraming tao, ng mga mini-mentor ko, ng mga kino-coach ko, and most importantly, within my research in human behavior, ano ba talaga yung nakakasira ng success at buhay ng maraming tao. So let's begin. Here are the 5 toxic traits you must avoid at all cost. Mga taong dapat mong iwasan. And number 1, yung tinatawag na parasites. Okay, sulat natin. So ito yung mga taong mahilig manggamit. One major example will be social media and it's really obvious. Pag may tao na sumikat, let's just say they are growing in social media. Like really fast. Pwedeng mayaman, pwedeng sikat, pwedeng credible. What will happen is, yung mga taong gusto ring sumikat, especially the people who are earning from social media, what they will do is attack this person. So maninira sila. Atakihin nila yan. Gagawa nila ng issue. So the attention will be drawn to them. In social media, attention is monetization. So kapag may nanonood, may income sila. So what's happening is, in the toxic social media world, yung mga parasites naghahanap ng pwedeng siraan, naghahanap ng pwedeng banatan, naghahanap ng pwedeng gamitin as a stepping stone para sumikat din sila sa social media. So clearly, alam mo sa sarili mo na kapag malapit ka sa kanila, gagamitin ka lang nila. Now some people may say, business is business. It's professionalism daw. Kasi scripted naman. Ang professionalism nila, magsisiraan sila sa camera, sa social media, tapos okay sila in person. That's actually BS for me. Kasi in my belief systems, business is about helping other people grow. Business is not about money, it is about value. And the value is being able to solve problems, not create new problems. So these parasites are creating more problems simply by creating issues na nakakasira sa mindset ng mga Pilipino, na nakakasira ng attention at focus ng mga Pilipino. At pwedeng makapagpabago din, maka-impluwensya sa ugali ng mga Pilipino. Because what's happening is, itong mga parasites na to, sumisikat. So nagkakapera ng konti. Ang nangyayari tuloy, yung mga nagmamadaling kumita ng pera, baka gayahin na lang sila. Kasi mas madaling sumikat sa paggawa ng mali kaysa sa paggawa ng tama. That's an example in social media. Paano naman sa mga personal na buhay natin? Ito yung mga tao na kapag nagnegosyo ka, hihingi ng samples. Wala namang masama. Pero 3 taon na, samples pa din. Ito yung kaibigan mo na kung sinong may pera doon didikit. So halimbawa, 5 kayong magtatropa. Ikaw yung may pera. Kahit best friend niya yung isa doon, sa'yo yan lalapit. They will always be in favor of you. To the point that it will be biased. This is actually connected to number 2. Mamaya natin pag-uusapan. But it will be biased. Lagi kang pupurihin. Lahat ng sinasabi mo, agree siya. Kasi may pera ka. At magagamit ka niya. At dadating sa point, mangungutang yan sa'yo and obviously, hindi nila yon babayaran. So basically, itong mga parasites, mahilig manggamit. Same goes with the relationships related to social media. May mga babae na didikit sa mga sikat na lalaki. Pwedeng mayaman na pwede nilang gamitin, or sikat na pwedeng maging stepping stone nila para sumikat din sila. There will be females out there who are parasites as well. So pag lalaki ka, leader ka, sikat ka, may pera ka, and marami kang connection, what will happen is, posibleng may mga babaeng lalapit sa'yo for the sake of your connection. For the sake na magamit yung connection mo. For the sake na magamit yung pera mo. At kapag naubos na niya yung pera mo, maghahanap na yan ng ibang lalaki na connection mo din, na tropa mo, na sa'yo din galing. Kasi nga, they are parasites. Kung kanino sila maraming nahihigo, doon sila lalapit. And same goes with other men. There are men that are trying to pursue relationships dahil sikat yung babae. At magiging stepping stone nila yan para sumikat din sila. Or magagamit nilang trophy. It's still being a parasite, guys. I'm really sorry. Kaya ka makikipagrelasyon sa isang tao kasi gusto mong mag-offer at magbigay ng value sa kanya. Not the other way around na nakikipagrelasyon ka para lang makinabang ka, para lang may mahigop ka. Now, I'm gonna share with you number 2 because this is related to being a parasite. Yung mga manipulators. So yung mga parasites, di ba nanghihigop sila? Gusto nilang makinabang. Ima-manipulate nila yung utak at sitwasyon. You have to avoid these people kasi ito yung nakakasira ng communities, ng relationships, even families, guys. I'm gonna give you an example. Ito yung mga high-level manipulation. Ito yung mga expert gaslighters kung tawagin, no? So, halimbawa, si friend A sa si friend B. Okay? Ngayon, itong si parasite na magaling mag-manipulate, kakausapin niya ngayon si friend A. Magaling sila mang-hook. They will spark your curiosity. Parang nagkikreate ng content. Gumagawa ng issue. So, ang gagawin niya, alam mo, friend A, si friend B, parang parang may sinabi sa'yo. Ito malupit. Si friend A sa si friend B, dating mag-best friend, okay? Close yan. Maayos yung relationship niyan. Sasabihin ngayon ni Parasite, parang may sinabi sa akin si friend B, pero wag na natin pag-usapan kasi alam ko close kayo na eh. Saka, pinoprotektahan ko yung relationship nyo eh. Ayoko namang manira. Pero syempre, itong si A, curious na. Nahook na siya. Teka, ano bang sinabi? Gagawa ngayon ng kwento si Parasite. Now what will happen is, bago makonfront ni friend A si friend B, kakausapin agad ni Parasite, si friend B. Alam mo, parang may sinabi sa akin si friend A, nag-usap nga kami kanina eh. May selfie pa yan. So, ang nangyari ngayon, si B may judgment kay A. Si A may judgment kay B. So, pag nagkita sila, the energy will be different. The relationship will be different. The eye contact, lahat iba na. Tapos, ano yung thinking? Teka, parang may iba nga ah. Parang tama nga si Parasite ah. Hanggang sa hinuhusgahan nila ang isa't isa at may nagagawa na silang kwento. Kung hindi matibay ang relationship ng dalawa, masisira yan ni Parasite. At kung sinong mas may pera, kung sinong mas madaling i-manipulate, doon siya pupunta. They will fabricate and create stories. Guys, it happens in business as well. One major example is this. Halimbawa, galing sila sa isang magandang kumpanya at brand. Tandaan nyo to guys. Lahat ng dating kasama ko na wala na sa akin ngayon, tinanggal ko. Most of them terminated because of integrity issues. Okay? But these people are probably using my brand. Tandaan nyo to guys ha, tandaan nyo to. If I am not talking to them, if I am not speaking to them, if I am not collaborating with them, it means may atraso sila sa akin. It means may integrity issue sila sa akin. It means that I don't trust them. Okay guys? Because again, ina-apply ko to sa buhay ko. I've seen a lot of influencers who are manipulators, who are parasites. Balimbing. Kung saan may pera, kung saan may attention, doon sila didikit. So it happens to me as well. So what happened was, I had employees na tinanggal ko. Okay? So ngayon, tanggal. Siyempre, magiging parasite. Gagamitin ngayon nila yung name na MJ Lopez. Mag-a-apply ng trabaho sa iba. Tapos ima-mindset, ima-manipulate. Sasabihin ngayon nila, alam mo boss, mas magaling ka doon. Kaya nga ako sa'yo nag-apply eh. They will use the ego. Again, parasite, right? So lahat ng sasabihin mo, agree. They will always try to get your favor. Hanggang sa babanatan na nila yung brand to actually manipulate the situation. It happens in business as well, guys. For example, may nag-apply sa'yo ng trabaho. Tandaan nyo to may nag-apply sa'yo ng trabaho. Or maybe you are in network marketing. Maybe you are in insurance. Maybe you are in real estate. Guys, 100% of the time, sa networking, may papasok na bagong leaders, guys. Sisiraan yung dati nilang kumpanya. Sisiraan yung dati nilang upline. Para i-manipulate ka na kaya ako sasama sa'yo kasi ito yung ginawa sa akin. Tapos hindi sila okay. Kaya ako sasama sa'yo, Sir MJ, kasi okay ka. 100% of the time, it is manipulation. They are trying to manipulate you for you to trust them na ikaw yung magaling. At yung kalaban at yung competitor na dating nandun sila, sinisiraan na nila ngayon. 100% of the time, yung mga taong tinanggap ko sa circle ko na naninira ng ibang tao, sila rin yung unang-unang nawala at unang-unang nanira sa akin. After nilang manghot-hot at manghigop. At ngayon, sa iba na sila nang hihigop. Again, these are parasites. If they will try to manipulate their way up, you have to avoid these people. Sa mga tropa, pag nagkikwentuhan, yung panggugulang nagiging normal eh. Alam mo ba pare, last time, may nakausap akong ganito. Ito yung ginawa ko. Pinagmamalaki nila yung ginagawa nilang mali. Sasabihin nila, pare, umabsent ako sa trabaho. Pero huwag kayong magpo-post ha. Kasi nag-leave ako, sabi ko may sakit ako. Kaya pare, wala muna tayong my day. Kasi nag-leave ako, bayad yung leave ko, may sakit ako. Pero di alam ni boss, gumagala tayo, nagra-rides tayo. That's actually really toxic. Because in your circle, you are trying to manipulate people, cheat people, and lie to people. And you are normalizing it. To the point na some people are celebrating it. Again, if you want a meaningful life, if you want a successful life, you have to be honest. You have to be true. You have to have integrity. Okay lang mahirapan sa una. Okay lang mapagod ka sa una. But you don't manipulate your way to become successful. Ang dami kong nakikitang post sa Threads, sa Facebook, sa Instagram, sa TikTok. They are saying, konting illegal. Guys, don't normalize this thing. There's no such thing as medyo illegal if you wanna be successful. Hindi yan part ng success. Pwedeng magkapera ka, but you are not successful. Tandaan nyo yan, guys. If you are cheating your way up, if you are manipulating people, if you are a parasite, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how famous you are right now. If you are toxic and manipulative, you will never ever be successful. You will never ever find meaning in your life. Magpapaikot-ikot ka sa cycle ng pagiging toxic. Ang worst, habang yumayaman ka, pwedeng maging mas toxic ka pa. And I've seen these people. So again, you want happiness, long-term happiness, guys. Meaning and success. Avoid these people. Iwasan, guys. Now, you may say, Sir MJ, okay lang naman sa akin na may mga parasites eh. Komportable akong may parasite. Komportable ako around manipulators. I'm gonna be honest. If you are comfortable with manipulators, it means that you are one of them. may chance ka pang magbago. Uulitin ko, may chance ka pang magbago. Now, pagdating sa relationships, magjowa, pwedeng lalaki, pwedeng babae. Drawing natin. Siyempre, mahal nyo isa't isa. Kilala nyo isa't isa. What will happen is the manipulator, high-level gaslighter, will trigger the partner. Gagawa siya ng alam niyang mali. Ngayon, pag nagalit na siya, kunwari hindi alam. Ay, hindi ko alam. Ay, hindi ko sinasadya. Teka, may mali ba ako? Gaslight, guys. So what will happen is, the manipulator will try to trigger and trigger and trigger. Mang-iinis to the point na galit na yung isa. Kapag galit na yung isa, biktima na ngayon siya ng galit. Ang sakit mo naman magsalita. Sobra ka naman. Bakit mo ko sinisigawan? Ayoko pa naman ng ganyan. And then, the manipulator will have more reasons to do negative stuff. So what will happen is, the other person, maliban sa ubos yung willpower, bumababa yung tingin sa sarili. Tapos magsasorry. Uulitin lang ulit, magsasorry, uulitin lang ulit, magsasorry, uulitin lang ulit hanggang masanay na. Again guys, walang bias sa gender. It happens both ways. One more thing. In terms of relationships guys, there's actually what we call belief systems. You have to avoid people na may masamang paniniwala sa'yo. Because they will manipulate your mind to be that person. I'm gonna give you an example. Pwedeng siya, masipag, mabait, pero busy. Ngayon, pasok natin sa number 3. Narcissistic siya. Narcissist. Gusto niya lagi, nasa kanya yung attention. Hindi pa kayang ibigay nung isa. Kasi nga, gusto niya maging successful. Tandaan niyo to if you want to achieve your goals, and pwedeng nagsisimula ka pa lang ngayon. Pwedeng wala ka pang masyadong pera. Tandaan mo all you have is your time and attention. Wala kang masyadong pera, wala kang masyadong skills. You have to develop skills using your time and attention. Because where focus goes, energy flows. So you don't allow your energy to flow on the negative side of the quadrant. You don't want to allow your energy na nasa toxicity, na nasa negativity. So ang gusto ni manipulator, na narcissist is yung attention nasa kanya. Busy nga, di ba? Busy humataw. Busy sa business. Busy sa career. Ano sasabihin nito? Manloloko ka. Niloloko mo ko. Hindi ko gina-justify yung panloloko ng ibang tao. Don't get me wrong, okay? Hindi ko gina-justify bakit yung iba nag-cheat o nanloko. But there are good men and women who are manipulated by the narcissist and manipulators na gumawa ng mali. Because remember this, isang kasinungalingan sabihin sa'yo araw-araw, paniniwalaan mo yan. So kahit magaling ka, kung araw-arawin ka ng nanay mo, tatay mo, kapatid mo, mahal mo sa buhay, someone na meaningful sa'yo, araw-arawin niya. Okay? May meaning sa'yo yung tao. Kailangan may meaning. Araw-arawin nilang wala ang kwenta, hindi ka magaling, wala ang kwenta, hindi ka magaling, bobo ka. If you will hear it from them over and over a period of time, paniniwalaan mo yon. Yun yung magiging bagong self-image or belief mo sa sarili mo. Which means, na kung may karelasyon ka, araw-arawin ka, manloloko ka, niloloko mo ko, wala kang kwenta, ganito, ganyan. If they will do it over and over a period of time, tas mahal mo, tas hindi mo maiwan, magkakaroon ka ng bagong self-image. At baka gumawa ka nga ng mali kasi yun na yung bagong self-image mo. I'm not justifying it, but I've seen that happen to most people. I'm talking about behaviors that I've seen already. Behavior na nakita ko na sa maraming tao. Na the main reason why naghihirap sila, the main reason why hindi sila masaya, the main reason why hindi sila makamove forward dahil sa karelasyon nila at sa mga kaibigan nila. So ibig sabihin, if you have a partner na sasabihin sa'yo araw-araw na ang galing mo, kahit hindi pa, kahit kasinungalingan siya ngayon, kaya mo yan, magaling ka, matalino ka, creative ka, kaya mo yan. Yun yung magiging bagong self-image mo. At tandaan nyo to guys, whatever you believe is true will be true to you. Kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo about yourself, magiging totoo siya sa'yo. At lagi nating pinaglalaban yung pinaniniwalaan nating totoo. Ang pinaglalaban natin yung identity natin. Think about it, guys. Sasabihin ng iba, malakas ako mag-inom. In reality, susuka lang yan sa banyo, iinom yan ulit eh. Kasi kailangan nilang protektahan yung identity nila. May mga tao, lagi mo naririnig, mahiyain sila. Pero pag nakainom ng alak, grabe manganta sa video okay. Nawawala na ng hiya. Nakakaroon na sila ng chance, ipakita kung sino talaga sila. Tapos kinabukasan, nahihiya na naman. It's because yun yung pinaniniwalaan nila at pinaglalaban nila yun. Pinoprotektahan nila yung paniniwala nila about themselves. So, ibig sabihin, if you have a partner, if you have a mom, if you have a dad, who will always say, kaya mo yan. Naniniwala kami sa'yo. Pag nakapag-build ka ng bagong self-image, kahit anong mangyari, ipaglalaban mo yun. And that is the main reason why you need a new community. You need a better community. Kaya kailangan mong iwasan tong mga to. Kung gusto mo lang naman maging masaya at gusto mong maging successful. Kung ayaw mo, edi wag. Now, number 4. So review tayo, no? The first one, yung mga parasites. Pangalawa, manipulators. Pangatlo, narcissist. Pang-apat, number 4, will be victim. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people na sobrang grabe talaga yung pinagdaanan sa buhay. There are people na nabiktima talaga ng mga traumatic experiences nila. Most of the people that I know, na grabe yung pinagdaanan, yung totoong grabe yung pinagdaanan ha, yung mga kakilala ko ha, I'm talking about my own personal experience. Yung mga taong may dahilan maging victim. Yung mga kakilala kong may dahilang sumuko. Pwede silang sumuko anytime sa sobrang bigat. Sila pa yung successful ngayon. I have a story. There was this 16-year-old young woman. Napakaganda guys. Napakagandang babae. Grabe. Of course, dahil maganda, binakuran ng boyfriend niya. From 12 hanggang maging 16. Binantayan na eh. Okay? Ngayon, magbe-break na sana sila. Nabuntis si babae. Ang mabigat pa dito, si babae, mahirap yung family nila. Katulong yung nanay niya. Just imagine that. At pag sa probinsya, nabuntis ka. That's taboo, di ba? Nabuntis ka habang 16 ka pa lang. Noong araw, ano sasabihin ng matatanda? Haliparot, walang pag-asa, walang choice. Pinalayas siya. So imagine, mahirap na, pinalayas pa. Mahirap na, pinahirap pa. That's the term. So ibig sabihin, she had all the reasons to give up. Ang matindi pa dito, yung lalaking nakabuntis, chick boy. To the point na after 1 year, nag-abroad, tapos sumakabilang bahay. Tapos doon na rin siya sumakabilang buhay sa kabilang bahay. So naging single mom. Imagine nyo guys, nagbubuntis siya, nasa inuman yung lalaki. Nanganak siya, sarili niyang pera. At siya pa ang nagtutustos sa pang-inom nung lalaki. Imagine. Kaya nga parang napabuti pa nga nung umalis yung lalaki. Kasi wala siyang liability. She had all the reasons to give up. Walang opportunity, walang natapos, walang tumatanggap sa trabaho. Ano ginawa niya? Nagnegosyo. Nagsimula sa bigas, sangkaban, batsa, kilohan. Nagbenta siya per kilo sa harap ng apartment niya. Naubos, naging 2 kaban, naging 3, naging 4. Lahat ng marami nagsisimula sa isa. Lahat ng malaki nagsisimula sa maliit. Dumaki yung bigasan, nakabili ng jeep. Dumami yung jeep, nakabili ng truck. Dumami yung truck, nagkaroon ng iba't ibang negosyo. She became a millionaire at the age of 19. Imagine that. And that's the story of my mom. I know the story very well kasi kwento yan ng nanay ko. And I was there. Nasaksihan ko yung hirap, kasama ko sa pagtitinda, nagtitinda kami ng Tupperware. Actually, sa Laguna, kami yung nagpauso ng leather wallets, leather belts. Yung leather belt na may balisong sa loob. Si mama nakaisip nun. So nakita ko yung hirap, unti-unti kaming yumaman. Gumanda yung buhay, gumaan yung buhay. Pero nung 16 ako, na-scam kami. That's when I started my own business. So ibig sabihin guys, majority ng mga successful na tao na biktima rin, naloko din. May dahilan na sumuko, pero hindi sumuko. But there will be people within our circle na parang araw-araw na lang silang biktima. Araw-araw silang biktima ng traffic. Lahat naman tayo natatraffic. Kahit commute ka, naka-Porsche ako, parehas tayong matatraffic. May mga tao sa paligid natin na parang biktima lagi ng ulan. Pwede namang mag-hood. Pwede namang magpayong. May mga tao sa buhay natin na parang araw-araw na lang biktima ng gobyerno. Iisa lang naman tayo ng presidente. Maliban na lang kung nasa ibang bansa ka, di ba? At bottom line, sa tropa, may mga tao na Sobrang nakaka-drain. Lagi na lang may victim story. Lagi na lang negative yung pag-uusapan. Lagi na lang mas victim siya. So yung mga narcissist, sa inuman, sila lagi yung bida. Sa kwentuhan, sila yung bida. Sa kwentuhan, ay, wala yan sa tito ko. Wala yan sa lolo ko. Alam mo ba ako? Ang topic laging ako ang magaling, ako ang pito. At ang pito ay ako. Ako na lang lahat, ako ganito, ako ganyan. Lagi na lang ako. Ganyan ang narcissist. Ako, paangat. Ego. Attention. The victim people will be kawawa. Ako yung kawawa. Hindi nyo ako naiintindihan. Hindi nyo naiintindihan yung nararamdaman ko kasi sobrang bigat ng nararamdaman ko. But what's happening is, if may karelasyon kang laging victim, lagi niyang sasabihin sa'yo, hindi mo ako naiintindihan. Pero in reality, ikaw na yung feeling mo, hindi ka naiintindihan. Diba? Wala ka ng boses, wala ka ng chance mag-open, wala ka ng chance maging honest. Kasi yung kapartner mo, lagi na lang biktima, tapos lagi niyang sasabihin hindi siya naiintindihan. Kahit in reality, naiintindihan mo siya kasi baka mas mabigat yung pinagdadaanan mo. But you refuse to play the victim. In a workplace, I've seen this. 5 masipag. Samahan mo ng isang victim. Laging pagod, laging parang hirap na hirap sa ginagawa, laging may problema. Lahat naman yan may problema eh. Pero isama mo yan, yung iba, yung 4, mawawala ng gana magtrabaho yan. Bababa productivity niyan. Bababa sipag ng iba. Kasi ang makikita nila, bakit ito laging victim? At pwede silang mahawa. Building my businesses, I've seen that in people. If you want A players, wag mong samahan ng victim. Kasi ang A player, samahan mo ng victim, mababad trip yan. Maiinis yan. At baka mag-resign yung mga A players mo kasi may katrabaho silang laging victim. May katrabaho silang laging nandedrain at laging nanghahatak pababa. So lagi siyang may baong-baong negativity. So you have to avoid these people. Again, may mga tao talagang grabe yung pinagdadaanan. Naiintindihan ko yon. But in my case, regardless of what I've been through, regardless sa pinagdadaanan ko rin ngayon, kasi lahat tayo may problema. Regardless of that, I refuse to be the victim. Because you are here to create your own story. Next, number 5 will be the energy vampires. Ito yung malayo pa lang, nade-drain ka na. Ito yung mga taong mapanghusga, mahilig mang down, at chismosa. Okay? So si victim, biktima siya. Si narcissist, bida siya. Si energy vampire, marami siyang baong-baong issue ng ibang tao, kasiraan ng ibang tao. So ibig sabihin sa tropa, lagi siyang may baong issue. Uy, alam mo ba si ganito? Sa kasi ganito, magjowa na. Ay, si bakla. Kaya pala ganun siya. Kaya pala lagi siya naka-fink. So bottom line, if you wanna be successful, madedrain ka. At kung hindi ka na nadedrain sa kanila, matakot ka kasi komportable ka na sa chismis. Komportable ka na sa negativity. Okay? The energy vampires, pag nag-share ka ng goal, ida-down niya. Pag nag-share ka ng goal sa isang energy vampire, sasabihin niya, ay wag na yon, di bagay sa'yo. Eh pare, bakit naman yun? Ang pangit nun. Alam niyo ba guys, may namit akong ganyan. Energy vampire, grabe. Sabi sa akin, nagtatanong ako sa kanya kasi car guy daw siya. Eh bibili ako ng first car ko guys. I was 19. Pare, ano ba magandang kotse? Try ko kaya yung Vios. Sabi sa akin, pare, wag yun kasi ginagawang taxi yun. O sige, how about Mazda? Ay pare, mahalang maintenance. O sige pare, Ford na lang. Pare, mas mahalang maintenance noon. Ah, okay. Parang maganda yung Honda. Ay, pare, pang pakboy yung Honda. So sabi ko, Hyundai na lang. Sabi niya, pare, wala pang napapatunayan yon. Bagong company lang sa Pilipinas yan. Baka masira, baka tumirik. So sabi ko sa kanya, pare, ano bang bibiling ko? Eh, lahat negative ka. Saka teka, ano ba kotse mo? Sabi niya, wala. Sabi ko, dami mong comment, wala ka pa palang kotse. Hindi mo pa pala na-i-experience magka-kotse. So, ang mali ko, nagtatanong ako sa taong walang kotse. Tapos lahat ng sabihin kong gusto ko, idadaw niya, ine-negative niya to the point na nakaka-drain, nakakatamad ng bumili ng kotse. Right? There will be people na walang pangarap, walang goals, walang dreams. Pag nag-share ka ng pangarap sa kanila, they will try to take yours. They will try to convince you and manipulate you and gaslight you na mali ang may pangarap. Na parang masamang maging ambisyoso. Na parang masama yung may goals, na parang napaka-selfish mo kasi gusto mong yumaman para sa pamilya mo. May mga taong lagi kang huhusgahan pag may goals ka. Pag shinare mo sa kanila, gusto mong yumaman, gusto mong maging successful, huhusgahan ka, ida-down ka. Pag may gusto kang career, may gusto kang itry, ida-down ka, huhusgahan ka. You have to stay away from these people because they will suck you dry. Uubusin nila lahat ng energy mo, lahat ng willpower mo, yung time mo, yung attention mo, at wala ka ng lakas ngayon para trabahuhin yung pangarap mo. And sometimes, the energy vampires can manipulate you with short-term happiness that is actually draining your life. I have nothing against inuman. I have nothing against sugal kung kaya mo at afford mo. I have nothing against inuman, party, and stuff like that. If you are happy with that, go for it. But here's the problem. The energy vampires will lure you sa inuman na hindi mo pa afford. Wala namang masama makipag-inuman eh. Kaya lang kung nakikipag-inuman ka tas wala kang financial freedom, or kahit wala mo ng financial freedom, nakikipag-inuman ka pero hindi mo pa kayang buhayin ang sarili mo. Nakikipag-inuman ka pero wala kang maitulong sa sarili mo, sa magulang mo, sa karelasyon mo. Mind you, may karelasyon ka na. Papunta ka na sa buhay may asawa. Hindi mo pa kayang tustusan yung sarili mo, tas ang yabang mo, ang kapal ng mukha mong makipag-inuman. And baka hindi mo yan gusto dati. Na-enjoy mo lang. Kasi yung mga energy vampires minsan, nakamaskara yan as kaibigan. Nakamaskara yan as tropa. At pwede ka nilang i-manipulate para maging komportable ka sa buhay na meron ka ngayon. At unti-unti mo nang bitawan yung pangarap mo. Don't get me wrong. Masaya yan sa una. Up until magkasakit ka. Up until magkasakit yung mahal mo sa buhay. Up until wala ka ng time para trabahuhin yung pangarap mo. Masaya yan sa una. Up until masira yung relationships mo. Masaya yan sa una. Up until umiidad ka na, tumatanda ka na, pero hindi mo pa rin nakukuha yung mga pangarap mo. So again, you have a choice. Now, sabi mo kanina, Sir MJ, you will share something that will help us avoid these people. Yes, I will share with you a very powerful framework that you can use for you to become successful at makaiwas ka sa mga taong to. Okay? Ready na ba, guys? Pwede kayo mag-notes if you want. Now, I'm gonna draw something. At yung mga students ko sa Success Blueprint, hi guys, because I'm pretty sure you are already familiar with this. So I'm gonna be sharing this with everyone para makatulong tayo sa kanila. So comment kayo kung ano yung natutunan nyo. And syempre, kung nakaka-relate kayo guys sa mga toxic traits na nabanggit ko, comment kayo ano pang pwede nyong idagdag. Kasi baka marami kayong na-experience around these people na sobrang toxic sa buhay natin. Now, so yung tip of the iceberg, that will be the results and the events. Yan yung mga resulta, yan yung pangyayari. Yan yung output kung tawagin. Pero syempre, most of the time, ang nakikita lang natin yung resulta. Ang nakikita lang natin yung magagandang nangyayari, right? Sa ilalim niyan, may tinatawag na actions and behaviors. Ibig sabihin, na-create natin yung resulta from the actions that we are doing. Na-create natin yung events from the behaviors. But the thing is, most people pilit, di ba? Pag pilit yung action, pag pilit yung behavior, you are trying to change, mahirap pa siya sa una. Actually, hindi naman mahirap yung resulta eh. Ang mahirap, mag-take ng action consistently to create the results. Bakit ganon? Kasi may mas malalim pa. And that's actually the self-image. So you will always be taking action. The actions that you are doing, the behaviors that you have, the actions that you have will always be congruent with your self-image. So, ibig sabihin, kung ang self-image mo, mayaman ako, magaling ako, you will take action, you will behave that way. Automatically, hindi siya mahirap. At mahirapan ka man sa una kasi ang mahirap, developing a new self-image, yun ang mahirap. Pero pag na-develop mo na, tama yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, maganda yung belief systems mo, mataas yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. You believe in yourself. What will happen is, you will act and you will behave that way. Conducive to your self-image. That will create the results and the events that you want for yourself. So just imagine, kung negative yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, for example, narcissistic ka, o kaya victim ka, you will always act as if you are the victim. You will always behave na parang kawawa ka lagi, na parang biktima ka ng buhay. Sabi nga ni Tony Robbins, life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. Again, lahat tayo maraming pinagdaanan. Naiintindihan ko yung bigat. I lost 20 million noong 2019 and a lot of hair. I lost my skin. I lost myself. I was depressed. But right now, yung 20 million na yan, saglit ko na lang yan kinikita. It's because I was able to build a new self-image. Binago ko yung tingin ko sa sarili ko. And this is the main reason why kailangan mong lumayo sa mga parasite. Kasi nakakasira sila ng self-image. Kailangan mong lumayo sa mga manipulators. Kasi they can manipulate you into thinking that you are the toxic person, that you are the negative person. They will manipulate you na mali ka, na sila yung tama. There will be people who are narcissists na laging nasa kanila yung attention. Paano ikaw? How can you love yourself? How can you receive love from someone na gusto niya siya lagi yung bida? And if you are in a relationship, if you have someone around you, within your circle na parang laging kawawa, laging biktima, baka mahawa ka. And guys, I've seen people na hawa talaga sila. And the worst part is, mga vampira, they will suck your energy. Ubusin nila willpower mo, yung time mo, yung attention mo, sometimes pera mo. So, ibig sabihin, all you need to do is to discover who you really are. I'm not talking about your self-image now na naging impluwensya ng ibang tao. I'm talking about the real you. Kasi kung sino ka ngayon, tapos nade-drain ka ngayon, tapos ang bigat-bigat ng nararamdaman mo, hindi ka masaya everyday, it's probably because that's not who you are. That's not aligned to your spirit. Baka kasi na-manipulate ka na ng ibang tao. Baka na-mindset ka na hindi ka magaling. Baka naniniwala kang wala kang potensyal. Baka naniniwala kang mahirap ka lang. And those will be voices from other people. That is actually the opinions of other people. Pinakinggan mo eh. Baka nagkamali ka ng mga taong sinamahan before. So all you need to do is to discover who you really are and build a new self-image around the goals that you want. Build a new self-image conducive to the success that you want for yourself. The life that you deserve. Now, Sir MJ, paano kami magbibuild ng bagong self-image? Ito na. You need a new structure of living. And structure means that you have to do something over and over a period of time. Meaning, you will take action every single day, not for the events, not for the results, but to change your self-image. Magte-take ka ng action, didisiplinahin mo yung sarili mo, you will do something consistently to build a new self-image and the results will be a byproduct of it. So just imagine, nabibuild mo yung confidence mo, tumataas yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, gumagaling ka, natututo ka, at yung resulta automatic. But the bigger question now, Sir MJ, ano yung tamang structure? Paano namin matututunan yung tamang structure? Nag-acquire na ng sariling negosyo, yung iba full-time na sa business nila. Yung iba maayos yung relationship nila sa family nila, and we are creating massive results. So Sir MJ, paano namin matututunan yung structure? Saan namin matututunan yung tamang structure? You will learn all that sa Success Blueprint. So just visit www.successblueprint.ph. If you wanna enroll via GCash, just choose Send It Online Payments. If you wanna enroll via credit card, Send It Online Payments or PayPal. Right? And we are doing our best to improve the website. And guys, I'm super excited because we are creating massive results again. Tandaan nyo lang guys, Success Blueprint is 18 years worth of my experience. You don't have to lose 20 million to learn the formula for success. You don't have to pay 10 million guys. Kasi guys, ang laki na ng gastos ko sa personal development ko. Ang laki na ng nagastos ko going to other countries. Nag-Australia ako, nag-Florida ako. Binili ko lahat ng course ni Tony Robbins. I'm reading books. I'm also applying it, executing it, at nakapag-formulate ako ng Success Blueprint na pwede nyong kopyahin. And guys, 4 digits lang yung presyo ng course. Ulitin ko guys, 4 digits lang. It's extremely affordable because my goal is to make premium high-quality personal development 1,000 times more affordable and 1,000 times more understandable. If you want to learn about the structure, the right structure of living, enroll now in Success Blueprint. It's www.successblueprint.ph. And we're gonna be putting the links in the description and in the comment section. Because again, ano sabi ni William Shakespeare? To thine own self be true. You have to be true to who you are as a person. But the question is, how can you be true if you don't know who you are? if you don't have a success blueprint. Yan ang pag-uusapan natin sa course. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the video, and always remember that all I want is for you to become more successful and for you to reach the next level success. Yun lang guys, my name is MJ Lopez, and see you soon.